want this to be a problem. You guys go all to say, oh, that's all we talked about today is killing people. It's like, whoa, wait a second. We're talking about designing and engineering and creating something, okay? In war, okay, or in anything, if you want to talk about being a police officer, you talk about defending yourself. Majority of the time, if you're going to want to use lethal force on somebody else, you're going to want to incapacitate them, correct? Put them out of commission. In other words, like in war, you want to reduce them. That's the proper word. Reduce them. You ever hear Professor talking? Never say kill. Reduce. Right? But you actually know, going right back to what we talked about yesterday, when you're in war, if you want to go back here, even a better example of this, and these two groups are fighting, and this red group right here is completely outnumbered by the blue forces, chances are you are going to lose that battle, correct? Could be. Okay.
Unless they were like you.
Very good. Believe it or not, battles have been won 10 to 1, okay, by better engineers, by better mechanical design, and people that know and understand how to reduce people properly. Okay? Now, I'm going to draw a round here, a projectile. A projectile coming out of a 223. Anybody know what gun that comes out of in the military? Yeah, what number? You guys know this. Everybody knows the gun in the military. Everybody uses it. Yeah, M16. An M16. M16, M14, okay? One of the biggest things, if you've ever heard people that don't like M16s, probably from Vietnam, they used to call it the misfire Molly, okay, was because when they got in those jungles and they got all that junk in it, that gun didn't work properly, okay? It didn't work at all with the dirt because it was too precise. They had never tried it. They had never tested it in America. So when they dumped it off in Vietnam and they started throwing them in jungles, they didn't even issue this weapon with a cleaning kit. You're going to send some guy 600 miles into a jungle with a weapon and not give him a cleaning kit? Those things jammed all the time. They call them misfire Molly. And actually, they redesigned that gun with a forward assist. So if it jams, you'll see them. If you guys look, it may even be in your video games. There's a big button that comes out of the side of it. If that sucker jams, you just smash it. And if you smash that button, it's just going to force the round into the gun. It's called forward assist. And almost everyone you see will have that. Because it would jam so often, there's just a little bar on there, and you just bam, you just hit it, and it just sends the round through. If it's jammed, it stuff's breaking, whatever, but you may be able to get one more round through it, right? They actually designed this. Yes, Stephen?
They had most of them on the game. Like, have you heard of an F-2000?
Some of the names in those don't. Some of the names in those don't count.
Actually, real something.
Okay, I wouldn't know.
It's like when you, every time you reload them, they show your guy smack the side of the
Yeah, that could be just the semi-automatic lock back when you're done. Actually, I don't know if you guys, getting deeper into this, I don't know if you guys realize how these are designed, but usually when you shoot a gun, it kicks you back, right? Well, actually, mechanical engineers were smart enough to think, wait a second, we got all this pounding going back, why don't we use it for our own good, right? So what did they do? You know how that bolt action, you rack them back? Yeah, as it spikes you back, instead of knocking the person over, bringing them off aim and coming up here, they use those gases. They actually turn the gases around and point the gases back, and it actually automatically cocks the gun. So as you shoot, instead of kicking you back, the slide comes back and it re-racks it. And when they're all done, it stays back. So you pop it and clip it, and you just pat that thing forward, and that's what it is. That's that slide. And that's why those guns work. And it's actually more accurate because you stay on target instead of coming up and getting kicked back and having to do something. It uses the gas. If you look in the front of the gun, you guys seen those big heat shields on the front of it? You guys actually seen those big heat shields? Actually, inside that heat shield, there's a tube that comes back like this, and it's a gas-operated bolt. And actually, when that pressure comes out, it pushes the air back, and it actually recocks it, and it goes forward. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked again. I didn't know where I was going with this. Oh, this one. Understanding momentum. Believe it or not, in war, when you're talking about being outnumbered, 10 to 1, the idea is actually not to reduce the other person. The idea is actually not to shoot the What's that? Yeah, it could be shoot on arm. Shoot the what? Shoot the wound. Right? There's one guy, there's 10 guys coming at us. Okay? That one guy, there's 10 of us going. It happens before you learn about it in history. Guy next to you gets completely reduced. What are you going to do? Sorry, buddy. You're going to keep going, right? Yeah. I mean, if he's gone, if he's cashed out, in one hit, if he's gone. Now, what if he's laying there with his, everything blown apart and he's screaming he's alive, but it's a fatal wound? What are you going to do? Save him. So you and your buddy are going to grab him, take him back. So now it's 1 on 7, right? And you shoot the other guy. If you drop him on the spot, everybody else is just going to keep going. Sorry, it's tough luck. But if you wound him, now you got 2 guys pulling him back. Now it's 1 on 4. Wound one other guy, and it's a 1-on-1 battle before you know it. If you fatally wound him, he'll die in 3 days, ideally. Okay? Number 1, take 2 guys off the battlefield. Now they got to get a stretcher. They got to take them back, load them in a jeep, use the fuel, use the nurses, use the food. Okay? Use the medical supplies, use the oil to take care of that guy for 3 days before he's done. Okay? And be smart. What they actually did for this, they created this round. They created this round, and I talked about this yesterday in class. They created this round so when it had momentum and it hit the body, and this actually all has to do with aerodynamics and fluid dynamics and stuff like that. What? And mushrooms? Well, sometimes in mushrooms, but even then, mushrooms almost cost too much. They actually created this round where it hit.
It tumbles.
The front of it stops, and the rear of it still has speed. Have you ever actually punched something so hard that your fist stops, but your elbow comes over? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? That's exactly what they planned for this aerodynamically. When it hits, the back is actually going faster than the front. So when the front slows down, the back actually speeds up, opens up like this. So actually, in personnel, instead of it going straight through, tumbling. Because you stop the front of it and the rest of it's going faster, it's going to move out to the side, and that's going to create a massive hole. So that way, you don't have to hit them in the sweet spot. You don't have to hit them in, I don't know what they call that, the ivory cross or whatever it is for snipers, from like right here to the top of your head, 4 inches wide, 10 inches tall, or whatever it is. You can hit them anywhere, and it'll tumble to take them out and have your buddies take them away. Yes?
I can't remember who told me this, but someone in the military, they said something that I'm 16, you aim for the chest, because the first shot.
Oh, yeah, and then after that,
The second one would hit in the head, the third one would just go somewhere else.
yeah. But that's that same concept, is that first one's going to hit you back, and since you're pivoting back here, the pivot's going to bend up, and that's exactly what it is. Aim for max and go from there. Now, once again, this is not a statistic, correct? Please don't get me in trouble for this. No, I'm just kidding. I won't get in trouble for this. I can justify that all day long. And I honestly spend a lot of time talking about this and thinking about this with other people, okay? So don't go home and say anything, but realize this relates to real life, okay? This right here, I hate to say it, but for a lot of you, you ever heard of TACOM? Or that, yeah. Yeah, TACOM, it's a huge company right over at Selfridge Air Force Base. Defense, yeah, defense. I mean, they work on Hummers, they work tanks, guns, whatever, okay? If you know anything about who's spending money right now, are the American people spending money? No. Who's spending money? The government, right? And what does the government love to spend money on to make Americans feel good? Military, right? So a lot of you, for those of you that are interested in the mechanical engineering, in that design process, you may find yourself, okay, in scenarios like this, attempting to design something for this side, okay? It's easy to design something for this side, right? You could give all those guys pitchforks and they'd probably win, okay? But try designing something for this side.